Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be all about Halo Infinite, as 343 has finally given a bit of a response to the community's response to the Halo Infinite gameplay reveal that we all saw over a week ago. Not weird that a week has already passed. It's been a bit of a crazy week. A lot has happened. There's been a lot of positivity, a lot of negativity, so let's get into it. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you drop a like down below, as it does help the video out an absolute ton, and hit that subscribe button if you're brand new and you do enjoy this video. I'm trying to hit 80,000 subscribers before the end of the summer. We're like 2,000 away, or just over 2,000 away, so I know we can get there. But we're going to jump right into the brand new community update, which came out just yesterday. I'm going to break it all down to you because there are quite a few answers to a lot of the community's questions in here that I think a lot of you will find very, very interesting. So at the very top, they jump directly into probably the most asked question about the gameplay reveal, and that was the graphics. Obviously, a lot of people were not happy or just weren't impressed by the graphics shown in the gameplay reveal, so this is 343's response to that. First, we want to acknowledge that yes, we've heard the feedback coming from parts of the community regarding the visuals in the Halo Infinite campaign demo. While we see and hear far more positive than negative, we do want to share a bit more context. From our perspective, there are two key areas being debated around the community: overall art style and visual fidelity. Based on our learnings from Halo 4, 5 and Halo Wars 2, along with strong community feedback, we decided to shift back towards the legacy aesthetics that defined the original trilogy. With Halo Infinite, we're returning to a more classic art style, which was a key message going back to the very first reveal that garnered enthusiastic and positive responses. This translates to a more vibrant palette, cleaner models and objects with less noise, though it doesn't mean less detail. While we appreciate this may not be everyone's personal preference, we stand by this decision and are happy to see it resonating with so many fans around the world. So the first part obviously is talking about the art style and why they've decided to go for a bit more of a smoother look. Halo 4 and 5, as they say, were very, very noisy. There was a lot of extra details in every aspect. Whereas with Halo Infinite, they're going to take that back a little bit. Obviously, it's still going for detail, but it's not going to be as messy as 4 and 5, because I love how those games look in their own ways, but at times it gets a little bit overbearing. The second theme being discussed involves visual fidelity. Negative feedback in this area includes comments around characters and objects appearing flat, simplistic and plastic-like, lighting feeling dull and flat, and object pop-in. We've read your comments, we've seen the homemade examples of retouched content, and yes, we've heard the Digital Foundry assessments. If you've not watched that Digital Foundry video, link to it will be in the description down below. Make sure you check it out, it is very, very interesting. In many ways, we are in agreement here. We do have work to do to address some of these areas and raise the level of fidelity and overall presentation for the final game. The build used to run the campaign demo was work in progress from several weeks ago, with a variety of graphical elements and game systems still being finished and polished. While some of the feedback was expected and speaks to areas already in progress, other aspects of the feedback have brought new opportunities and considerations to light that the team is taking very seriously and working to assess. We don't have firm answers to outcomes to share yet, but the team is working as quickly as possible on plans to address some of the feedback around detail, clarity, and overall fidelity. The team is committed and focused on making sure we have a beautiful world for players to explore when we launch. A lot of people were saying that this build was only 6 months old, but apparently that is not true. It was only several weeks old, so that's why I personally never believe rumors, because you never know if it's true or not. You just never know for a fact. So several weeks versus 6 months is quite a massive difference. And our feedback has already given them new ideas and things that they want to work on moving forward. So our feedback is already hopefully making a very beneficial effect to the game. I'm a very, very optimistic person, as a lot of you should probably know. I much prefer to focus on the positives rather than the negatives of Halo. So I am very, very optimistic that 343 is going to pull it out of the bag. They're going to make this game absolutely beautiful for launch. We just gotta wait and see. It's only a couple of months away now, so you know their time is going to be crunched, but hopefully, you just gotta hope. They go on to say that they had plans for large-scale flighting before launch, but unfortunately, because of COVID-19, I feel like this is such a reoccurring theme this year. Because COVID-19, everything is ruined, basically, in every aspect. I had so many plans this year myself that were ruined because of COVID-19. Flighting for Halo Infinite being one of them, I suppose. So I can't really blame them too much. You know, nobody saw this coming. Nobody knew that this was going to be, you know, something that will pop up this year. So large-scale flighting, unfortunately, does not seem likely before launch. If it does, it will probably be pretty close to the final build or final game, so we're going to have to be patient and wait and see what they can do. But they do go on to say that they will be relying on flighting and continued feedback and community partnership well beyond launch as we grow and evolve the game together. What happened to Cortana? They created Blue Team, Fireteam Osiris, Lasky, UNSC Infinity, Halsey, Arbiter, and Aatrox. What is Harbinger? That is a lot of questions all in one, and their basic answer is, I'm opposed to spoilers, so I'm not going to tell you anything. Play the game for yourself. And to be honest with you, I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't want any spoilers from some kind of community blog post. I just want to play the game, enjoy it for myself. I will be doing a full Let's Play here on my YouTube channel, so the first playthrough I ever do of Halo Infinite will all be here on YouTube, and it's going to be awesome. I've always wanted to do that with a brand new Halo game, so Infinite is kind of like my first big opportunity to do that. So I'm very, very excited for that, because I do want to know what happened to everything that was mentioned there, because it's going to be very, very intriguing to see how they all kind of pull it together. How do you pronounce Escharum? He's called Escharum. That's it. That's the answer. They then let us know that the person playing the pilot is called Nicholas Roy, and the actor playing Escharum is called Darren DePaul. Darren DePaul actually plays quite a few different characters in a lot of games, which is very, very interesting. To name just a few, he was in Shazam, Apex Legends, Overwatch, Final Fantasy, Spider-Man, Destiny 2, and Doom. So that is a lot of different titles for this one actor. So now he's in Halo Infinite, so I think they may have just got someone pretty damn good to play Escharum. The next question was, will we get a chance to play that campaign demo? And the unfortunate answer is we will. Whenever the game eventually comes out, we will not get to play the demo that we were shown. After that, we have, are there kill barriers or return to battlefield zones in the campaign? And I've been wondering this myself. Basically, the answer is, if you can see it, you can walk to it. Obviously, there are some situations where some places you will just not be able to go to, but for the most part, the entire ring is fully explorable, which is just incredible. What about split screen and co-op? I already mentioned this in my previous video, but 2-player split screen and 4-player online co-op is confirmed, which I am more than fine with. I'm going to be honest with you, I've never enjoyed playing 4-player split screen. It is just a non-fun experience. Having a small, tiny little box in the corner, I'd much rather just 2-player split screen, so you both have a lot of space on the monitor or the TV. 4-player is just a little bit much, but being able to jump online with 3 other friends is great. That is exactly what I wanted, so they have delivered, which I'm happy about. Is there a battle rifle in Halo Infinite? Yes, there is a battle rifle. In the small campaign trailer that they showed after the entire demo came out, we do get a shot of the battle rifle. It looks glorious. This BR is beautiful, and I cannot wait to try it out for myself. So then they go on to talk about the new MK50 Sidekick and the CQS-48 Bulldog, which is the new pistol and shotgun that were shown off in the campaign demo. The Sidekick is a true sidearm pistol that is lightning fast to draw and fire, truly excelling as a reliable backup when your primary weapon is depleted. The Bulldog is a pump action shotgun that is punchy and decently accurate, trading slightly lower damage, 12 gauge versus 8 gauge, for a much higher rate of fire. There are additional variants of each of these, but the classic Magnum and tactical shotgun aren't currently featured in Halo Infinite. So a lot of people are not happy whatsoever that the classic Magnum and the classic tactical shotgun are not returning in Halo Infinite. I'm personally kind of upset that the Magnum isn't returning. If it's meant to be a spiritual reboot of Combat Evolved, you would think they would have some kind of Magnum in there, but it seems that they don't. A lot of people have been saying, did they not learn their lesson from not having the Spanker in Halo 5? If you remember back, there was no Spanker at the launch of Halo 5. They had some new strange rocket launcher, and then they added the Spanker in at a later date. While I am upset that the classic Magnum and tactical shotgun are not going to be there at launch, hopefully they pull a Spanker and they add them to the game after launch, but it would be really, really nice to have the Magnum there day one, because, you know, when I think of Combat Evolved, I think of the Magnum. How will the new grapple hook work in multiplayer? Equipment items like the grapple shot function differently in multiplayer and will be available as items that can be picked up on the map. So as you can see there, equipment is confirmed to be returning in Halo Infinite, which I am very, very happy about. I actually made a video probably like well over a year ago about my wish list for Halo Infinite, and equipment returning was in that list, so my wish has been granted here. I'm very, very happy about it. We've heard 4K 60 FPS. Is that the best you can do even on PC? To clarify, up to 4K 60 FPS is our target for our expansive campaign experience on Xbox Series X. As PC players expect, there will be plenty of settings you can tweak to create the experience you want, and we'll even have more details on that in the coming months. So PC players, as usual, are going to get an absolute ton of settings that we can change to whatever we feel like. Speaking of PC, is it true Halo Infinite will be coming to Steam? Well, I can answer this myself. There's already a Halo Infinite Steam page that you can go and check out. I recommend you do it because it's just kind of cool to see Halo Infinite on Steam. So I am very, very happy that they have learned their lesson about Halo on PC. The Windows Store, you know, if you use the Windows Store, cool, but I would much rather have all my PC games on Steam. Then they talk about the difficulty settings and if they're returning. Don't worry, easy to legendary difficulties are returning for the campaign. So if you want to run through the expansive open world on easy and just annihilate everything, you can do that. If you want to challenge and play on legendary, you can also do that, and everywhere in between, which is really, really nice. So I'll probably start with heroic, and then in a couple weeks time after launch, try my best at legendary. What about multiplayer, Forge, theater, ranking system, esports, and everything else? Last week, we wanted to focus solely on campaign. We'll touch on all the other aspects of our game in the coming months, though we already have confirmed the return of a new and improved Forge and some very exciting plans for the new era of Halo esports. So, as you would expect, no information, but in the coming months, we will learn more. And of course, I will keep you all up to date here on my YouTube channel. The last, but probably the most important question, how's Craig? The absolute gem that was born from the campaign demo. Craig has swept the internet. The amount of Craig memes has made me just die laughing so many times. He is hilarious. So I really hope they have some kind of Easter egg or nod to Craig in the game now. And I'm interested to see when people get to this section of the game where Craig comes down in the drop pod. Are they just going to kill him? Are they going to try and avoid killing him at all costs? It's going to be interesting to see how the community react to seeing him in-game for themselves. But that's going to do it for today's video. I just wanted to keep you all up to date with everything Halo Infinite. 343 do know that people are not super happy with the graphics that were shown in the game, but they are working very hard on it. So hopefully that puts some of your worries to rest. I know it actually has helped me out a lot because I was kind of freaking out that the game was not going to look too good on launch, but I think 343 have got it locked down. So if you did enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you're brand new. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!